this is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Europa, the secret ruler of the Eastern Bloc, decided that it was time for her yearly strategic planning session. After all, she's been growing her empire since the 1980s, and these things do require maintenance. She sits down, takes out her maps, positions the little meeples that she uses to represent world leaders on the map, and hunkers down to plan the next step of her world domination. 4 hours later, she's responded to a dozen emails, participated in 9 Facebook discussions, browsed 3 websites of kittens doing the most outrageous things, and read 2 chapters of Pirates vs. Ninjas, The Shocking Truth They Never Told You. Horrifyingly, she even knocked over some of the meeples and didn't notice. No matter how powerful you might be, distraction is even more powerful. Distraction's a chronic problem these days. They're like interruptions. Distractions are like interruptions, but they come from inside of us, so they're much more insidious. When a minion comes to your cubicle door and interrupts you, you can turn around, activate the sonic transducer, and your handy-dandy audio-vibratory physiomolecular transport device will simply send the minion away to Antarctica, where they can't bother you anymore. When a distraction comes from inside us, however, there's no escape. Even our productivity tools are no help, because our technology was once designed by people who were trying to help us work better, but then they discovered that addicting and distracting us was a much better way to make money, so now our tools themselves are designed to further our distractions. But there's one tool that can't: a pencil and paper. We will use this to tame our distractions. Grab a piece of paper and write the important thing that you want to stay focused on in big letters at the top. Then underneath the title, in smaller letters, write Distraction To-Do List. This piece of paper will become your mind's best friend. When you need to reorient, glance down and the paper itself will tell you what you should be doing, but probably aren't. Europa grabs her paper and titles it Create Strategic Plan to Remain Ruler of Everything. And then she opens her laptop to fire up some mind mapping software so that she can really start brainstorming her strategy. As the software opens, it informs her there is a critical update that needs to be installed, so she clicks OK. And while it's downloading and installing, she idly clicks over to her web browser and opens zooborns.com, where the most adorable little baby penguin is being featured. This, of course, reminds her that her son Thomas needs a tuxedo for his junior prom. Just as she's about to head over to a tuxedo website, she glances down and sees the paper that says, Create Strategic Plan to Remain Ruler of Everything. She's off course. But Thomas actually needs a tuxedo for the prom. What to do? Notice and triage your distractions. The hardest part of dealing with distractions is realizing that you've just been distracted. And there's no perfect way to do this, right? I just keep the sheet with my focus area clearly in view, and when I glance down at it, it usually shocks me into realizing whether or not I'm off course. When you realize you're off course, the distraction list is what comes into play. When a distraction beckons, triage it. Decide if this is a real distraction that's worth time and attention, or whether it's a fake distraction that really doesn't matter right now. There are many reasons why something might not matter. It could be genuinely useless. Europa has no actual need to browse Zooborns at the moment. She was intending that solely as an idle exercise while waiting for her mind mapping software to download. But other things might be very important. If you have a cybernetic teenage son who's due for his first prom, even as his body introduces him to hormones for the first time, you want to make sure that his tuxedo is ordered on time. So, jot your distraction down on your distraction to-do list with a star next to the ones that are truly important. Browse zooborns.com, no star. Order Thomas's tuxedo, star. Then take a deep breath and get back to your focus activity. If you are waiting for something like a software update to load, now is the perfect time to close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and do a mindfulness exercise. Do not, however, follow the distraction. What you do for distractions is to schedule a distraction time block in your calendar, just like you might already do with interruptions. 4 p.m. works nicely. And then, when 4 o'clock rolls around, you pull out your distraction to-do list and you review the start items. You'll be free at that point from the seductive impulses of the moment and from the grip of your technology, because you're objective now. You can consider your distractions dispassionately, and you can only take action on the ones that really are important. Europa tried the distraction to-do list with great success. Her focused strategic planning complete, she was all set to call Cambridge Analytica for some advice on the 2020 elections. And then, When she combed through her distraction to-do list, she realized she didn't have to respond to any of the emails. She eliminated the Facebook discussions, she postponed Pirates vs. Ninjas, and she decided that 10 minutes on a single Zooborn website was enough to restore her sanity. And of course, being a child of the 80s, she ordered Thomas his junior prom tuxedo in sky blue with pink trim. I suspect she's going to discover that, powerful or not, fashions have changed. I'm Steve Robbins. If you are a solo practitioner and you need accountability to get things done that you keep postponing, to establish the habits for the things that you don't like to do, check out my website, steverrobbins.com, or join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. I'm just about to launch Get It Done groups to help you actually achieve your goals. If you enjoy the podcast, please leave an honest review of how much you love it on iTunes.com/GetItDoneGuy. Reviews really help a lot. Work less, do more, and have a great life.